Hello everybody, my name is Zoe Rebekah. Welcome back to my channel. And today's video, I'm going to be ranking every single TV show I've ever watched. Now, I made like a tier list on tiermaker.com like people do when they tier rank stuff. But basically, I chose shows that I've seen all of and that I can remember because I'm probably missing some. I also did compile a little list of shows that I either started but didn't finish, started but haven't finished yet and I want to finish, and shows that I haven't watched yet at all but I want to. Like, I just kind of like combined all of those into one list. But yes, so let's start with tier ranking all of the shows that I've watched in full, other than I think one or two I've watched completely in full on here. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, editing Zoe interjecting to just clarify that one of the rules I had when making this list was to not include any animated shows. So just keep that in mind going into this video. None of these TV shows are animated, so I just forgot to mention that in the actual video, so I'm mentioning it now. Alright, let's start with my favorite show of all time, which is Gilmore Girls.
Why did you drop out of Yale?
I was watching, basically this video was inspired by Trin Lovell's video. I love Trin. Go check out her channel if you don't know her, but I love her channel. And she made a video like this that was tier ranking all the shows that she's watched. She did not put Gilmore Girls. She's never seen Gilmore Girls, and that shocked me. But Gilmore Girls is my favorite show. I love Gilmore Girls. I've rewatched it a few times. I watched A Year in the Life once after I rewatched the entire original series with Theo, and then we both watched A Year in the Life. It was the first time I'd ever seen it. It's not my favorite, but it's still not bad. But yes, the original series is my favorite show, so it's obviously going in cinematic masterpiece. And my categories are cinematic masterpiece, amazing, good, it isn't love, it isn't hate, it's just indifference, and trash flop. So I don't expect a lot will be in trash flop, but there might be a couple in there. But yeah, I got like basically like God tier, and then there's a one step below that, which is amazing, but it's not God tier, and then there's good, which is like, it's good, but it's, you know, kind of neutral. And then there's just straight up indifference. And then there's, it's bad, I don't like it. It's bad and or I don't like it. You know what I mean? Because there's shows that are good and I don't like them, which I will get into. And then there's shows that are bad and I don't like them. And there's shows that are bad and I do like them. So, you know, we all have our own tastes. But yeah, anyway, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Is Jay-Z really your favorite artist?
Yes, obviously.
Lie.
See, it's busted.
Is it? Or is your favorite artist really Taylor Swift?
No.
Lie.
All right, fine. She is. She makes me feel things.
She makes all of us feel things!
I love this show. I actually wrote an entire spec script for the series for well, I had to write the first act of it and the cold open for an assignment for school, but I decided to write the entire spec script, and then I had like an hour-long phone call with my teacher from that class, and we went over it, just revised some things. But yeah, I'm actually really proud of it. So I know a lot about Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I had to do a lot of research in order to write that spec script. So I love it so much, and because I know so much about it now, I love it even more. So it's going in cinematic masterpiece, because I feel like there are some things where it's like you love it, you get so invested in it and you research it so much to the point where it's like, I don't like this anymore. It's like, I'm bored with it now. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go turn the AC off. And this is sort of a cup of Zoe because I'm about to open an energy drink. It's not coffee, but it is caffeine. I got the cotton candy Alani. But yeah, anyway, so I feel like there are some things where it's like you research it so much to the point where it's like, I'm kind of like done with this, you know what I mean? But with Brooklyn Nine-Nine, even though I researched it so much, I like fell more in love with it and the characters, and I realized like this is a really well written show and I just love it. So you'll notice a good amount of these shows are like highly acclaimed shows, and that's partially because I am a writer. I specifically want to write for television, so I tend to gravitate more towards shows that do have that critical acclaim and are known to be well written, because if they're like just an objectively well written show, I'm probably gonna like it. Again, there are exceptions based on my own taste, but you know, a lot of these shows are like prestige television, and some of them aren't, like, you know what I mean? Like, I got a good amount of these that are just Disney shows, but I wanted to include them because I did watch them all in full. So yeah, this is every show I've ever watched, so gotta include all of them. But yeah, anyway, Abbott Elementary.
Oh my God, what did he just say to you? That if you don't do well, you're gonna get fired? Worse. He mumbled and I didn't hear it.
Sweet baby Jesus and the grown one too.
Cinematic masterpiece. I'm sorry that I'm putting so many. I've already put all of them in there, but all three of these shows are so perfect in their own ways. Abbott Elementary is so good. I idolize Quinta Brunson. I would love to work for Quinta Brunson. She's like #1 on my list of people I would love to work for because I'm from the Philadelphia area. I'm 5 foot. We just have a lot in common. So, and I love Abbott Elementary. Like I said, I'm from the Philadelphia area. So I'm not from Philadelphia, but I am from the Philadelphia suburbs. So like shows like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia and Abbott Elementary, which is also on this list, It's Always Sunny. Shows like that I just connect with a lot just simply because I'm from that area. But specifically talking about Abbott Elementary, it is such a good show. It's so well written. The characters are so well fleshed out. Ava kind of bothers me sometimes. I do love her character development. I can see the arc throughout the seasons with her character especially. And I don't know, I feel like there's so much more potential for the show to continue to evolve. And I feel like that's really important in a successful, you know, well done show, is that there is that opportunity for it to progress. You know what I mean? The Sopranos.
So what, no fucking ZD now? Hey!
What's different between you and me is you're going to hell when you die.
You brought this on yourself with that girl.
A, she was a hooah. B, she hit me.
Obviously that's going in cinematic masterpiece. I can't really think of anything wrong with it. Yes, it's a little bit dated. Like I will give it that, like it's a little bit dated. Just certain things in it like would not fly on television today. They did push boundaries, which I did appreciate at times, but you know, there are certain things that they could not say today that they said in that show. But it is such a good show. I'm sorry I keep saying the same things, but it's just like, I should have put this in a more mixed up order of shows that I like versus dislike, you know what I mean? But I didn't really put it in any specific order. But yeah, like The Sopranos is such a good show. It is, you know, really the epitome of prestige television. And I am working on a series that's loosely inspired by The Sopranos. It's not based on it at all, but it's just kind of like the vibe is similar. So I love The Sopranos. It's a big inspiration for my own work. I love David Chase, and rest in peace James Gandolfini, and it's just such a good show. And like I said, there are so many characters in that show, but they're all so well written. You can tell that David Chase and his team really put thought into the characters. Now, the ending is another story. I don't love the ending of The Sopranos. That's like, a lot of people don't like the ending of The Sopranos. It's like, it's one of those shows where it's like they kind of screwed up the last season. I mean, like the last season's good, it's still good, but the very last episode, the very end of it is just not, I don't like it. So I have to take away points for that. I might have to put it in amazing just for the ending. Nah, I can't do that. But you know, it could have been better, the ending, but you can tell that he kind of planned it that way, which I do appreciate that as well. So, but at the same time, just because you plan it a certain way doesn't mean it can't change throughout the course of the project, you know what I mean? You have to be able to adapt. So I'm like kind of going back and forth with that one, but I get it, but I don't like it. So yeah, if you haven't seen The Sopranos, highly recommend. And like I said, I was born in New York and then I was raised in the Philly suburbs. The Sopranos is set in New Jersey. I understand a lot of the references and stuff, like the dialect and stuff like that, because I grew up around people like that. So not specifically mafia people like that, but people who acted, behaved, spoke that way, you know what I mean? All right, anyway, Modern Family.
Don't ever ask me about my business, Claire.
What are you talking about?
Don't ask me about my business.
I wasn't.
Good. Don't.
I can't put that any lower than cinematic masterpiece. Modern Family is a phenomenal show. Like, I don't know if I've ever seen anyone not like that show. And it's not one of those shows that kind of like suffered from the last season was worse than the rest of the show. I thought it was still pretty good, and I thought they wrapped it up really nicely. And they did a lot of innovative things, like that one episode with where it was all on the computer. Like, I thought that was really cool, actually. And I thought it was really innovative. And like I said, I'm a big, if you can't tell, I'm a big person that's like, I get really connected to characters in shows. Movies, not as much as shows, just because shows you're with the characters for longer than movies. But specifically with shows, I get so invested in characters and I get so connected to them. And Modern Family did such a good job with being able to allow the audience to be able to connect with either a specific character or all of the characters in different ways. But yeah, it was really well written and I loved the directing style of it. The acting was great. I have no complaints about Modern Family. Gossip Girl.
Is it a bong, Mother?
we're gonna have to put it in, it isn't love, it isn't hate, it's just indifference. Because Gossip Girl is just not that good in my opinion. It's not terrible, but it's just a little ridiculous, and I know that it's kind of supposed to be ridiculous, but that's not what I gravitate toward usually, or what I like usually. I appreciate a little ridiculousness. Like for example, Superstore is on this list. That show's ridiculous, but it's so good. Gossip Girl, obviously one's a comedy and one's like a drama, so it's a little different, but Gossip Girl is just straight up ridiculous. Like there is no reason for some of those things to happen. You know what I mean? Who Gossip Girl is ridiculous. It made no sense. Objectively, it made no sense. But honestly, I will watch it like it's more of like a guilty pleasure kind of show. I will rewatch it sometimes if I feel like it, if I'm in the mood for it, I will rewatch it, but it's not good in my opinion, and it's just, I don't rewatch it a lot. Like I don't generally rewatch shows a lot to begin with. I'm the kind of person that like, it takes a lot for me to rewatch a show. I don't know why really, it's just like I prefer new and fresh stuff rather than stuff I've seen before. Same thing with YouTube videos. Like I rarely rewatch YouTube videos. I don't rewatch movies that often either, unless I'm like Theo's watching it for the first time and I'm rewatching it after a while. Like I can rewatch stuff after a while, but it takes a lot for me to actually want to rewatch stuff. I will only rewatch Gossip Girl if I am like so bored, and that has not happened in a long time. So yeah, I will usually rather watch these 5 shows: Gilmore Girls, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Abbott Elementary, The Sopranos, Modern Family, or some of the other shows on here. I'd rather rewatch those than Gossip Girl. So yeah, One Tree Hill.
Mom, what the hell?
I'm cleaning my gun.
Oh, I miss Nathan.
I miss Keith.
I miss Jake. I don't really miss Felix at all, or my parents that much. But I miss my money.
Well, look, I know all you cheerleaders expect special treatment, but guess what? I never liked the cheerleaders in my school.
It's probably because you looked like that.
Excuse me. I'll call security. Yeah, call security. Why don't you call the police and tell them you're discriminating against cheerleaders? Nice one, Brooke.
What's going on?
What's going on is that our friend is pregnant and she's in a lot of pain, and this bitch is about to get her ass kicked.
Bitch.
Thank you.
It's gonna go in good. I feel like I'm kind of neutral about it, but it's more leaning towards I like it, but at the same time it's not that good, you know what I mean? Like One Tree Hill is one of those like melodramatic teen shows, and I did watch all of it. It took a little while for me to get through all 9 seasons, but I did watch it with Theo. Theo at the end of it was like, I'm kind of glad that's over because it was just a lot. And again, it was one of those shows that got more and more ridiculous as the show went on, and the whole last season was so ridiculous. Like again, it was supposed to be ridiculous at times, and it was supposed to be dramatic, but it wasn't always well executed. Again, I do think the characters were well written to an extent. However, I do think it's a problem when your main character, this case Lucas, nobody likes him. Like you present him as somebody you're supposed to root for at the beginning of the series, and then he just becomes so unbearably irritable, and Peyton is annoying, but I'm not a Peyton hater. Like let me be clear, I am not a Peyton hater, but I'm also not a Peyton apologist. I'm kind of a Peyton indifference. I definitely prefer Brooke Davis over Peyton Sawyer. I actually prefer Haley. She's like my favorite. Haley's my favorite. But anyway, it's not my favorite show, but it's not terrible either. But it also felt like it took a long time for me to get through it all. I felt like it could have ended a little earlier, and I don't like that Lucas and Peyton left. I obviously understand why Hillary Burton wanted to leave the show. Like I completely understand that, but it was not the same show without them. Even though I didn't love their characters, the show wasn't the show without those 2 people. So it just was just weird after that. I don't know. It's going in there. All right, anyway, New Girl.
Cece, you know, and Nick, they just won't work, because I was talking to Nick. He said, I was like, what's up, Nick? He said,
What?
He said she ugly.
He said what?
He said she looked like dang old meatball with hair.
New teams! You know who's great? Cece.
One of our finest. Lovely woman.
And she has so much to offer.
Is that what this is about? She sends you to sell me on it?
No, Nick, she doesn't know I'm talking to it all week. You guys have talked about it?
All the time. But I thought she and I had come to a decision.
Which is?
It's not happening.
Well, why not?
Because I'm not interested. And I know it's not cool to say, but I don't like the way it would look.
People are gonna say what they're gonna say. They're not reasons not to go through with it.
Fine, you wanna know my biggest concern? My biggest concern is the smell.
The smell?
The smell of it. Yeah, and it's not Cece's fault. I mean, they all smell. I've told her that.
You told Cece you think all women...
Don't make this a feminist thing.
I'm not making it a feminist thing.
How? They smell terrible. It's common knowledge.
Okay, so your biggest concern would be how it affected the people around you.
Yeah, sure, a bunch of old drunks will go.
But if your biggest concern is the smell, I'm sure that's highly manageable.
Yeah, I guess there's like special solvents and soaps. I haven't read up on it that much. But you gotta really get in there and scrub it out. It's disgusting. Because of the daily wear and tear and oil and grease just cooking in there. It's enough to make a man barf thinking about it. I mean, they get really hot.
I know what temperature it gets.
If I'm being honest, and I haven't talked to her about this, but I do have good memories associated with the smell. Ball games, the circus, hanging with my dad.
Listen here, you idiot. I've known Cece a very long time, and I can promise you, the smell will not be a problem.
It's really easy for you to say, because you're not the one who's going to have to remind her to clean it all the time.
I promise you, if it becomes a problem, I will remind her.
Well, if you remind her and she doesn't do it, I don't want you sneaking around and cleaning it yourself.
Nick, I'm a good friend, but I don't tell Cece that we talked. She doesn't want me getting involved.
Of course she does. She just didn't think you were into the idea. Okay, she really values your opinion.
What if you guys had a real talk? Outside of the bar.
All right, we'll talk just the two of us outside the bar.
I'm proud of you, Nick.
Just make sure she makes her case about facts and figures. And no more of this, come on, Nick, it tastes so yummy crap.
New teams! No one can resist my Get Frisky playlist, guys. Just give in. Give in. I support it.
Schmidt, I could really go for some crack.
What? Crack cocaine?
I remember when I was a kid, me, my mom, and her mom, and her mom, and then her mom. And of course, her mom, and then my little cousin Peanut. They'd all rush back to that flaming trash can where we'd sit around and harmonize and just shoo up. One of those nights I remember where we ran out of crack. I grabbed my scarf and I would run on down to the liquor store where the thugs hang out, and I would try to get a good deal on some crack. Woo! They never would give me a good price, man, but I tell you what, there's nothing like the feel of a fire, fresh baked cookie and that sweet taste of crack in your lung.
New Girl is going in cinematic masterpiece. I love New Girl. New Girl is a great show. It is hilarious. Like, it's probably one of the funniest shows I've ever seen. I love Zoe Deschanel. She is somebody who I adore. I've always adored her. Ever since I've seen Elf, I loved Zoe Deschanel. I loved that we had the same name even though it's spelled differently. And I think she is so talented. I think she's a great singer. She's a great comedic actress. And she's just a very talented person. So I didn't get into New Girl when it first came out, obviously. I was a little young for that, but I watched it a couple years ago, I think, for the first time, and I was instantly hooked. I love Nick Miller. Nick Miller is an all-time TV character. He is so good, and I love their relationship. I love Nick and Jess's relationship. I love Cece and Schmidt's relationship. I love Winston. It's just like all of the characters are so good, and they're so funny, and their dynamic is just so perfect, and it's all very fast-paced and very witty, and I love stuff like that. So New Girl's one of my favorite shows. Friends.
Oh dear. Jack, how do I turn this off?
Press the button.
Which one? Which button, Jack?
The button.
I can't believe you did that.
Yeah, well.
See? He's our lobster.
Why is your family Scottish?
Why is your family Ross?
Here we go. Pivot. 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 Pivot.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Okay, I don't think it's gonna pivot anymore. You think?
We're gonna put in good. Yeah. All right, Friends is going in good. I have seen Friends in full probably 3 times at this point, and it's good. Like, it's an all-time show. It's a classic. I think it's slightly overrated, and I think most people think it's slightly overrated at this point, so that's kind of a popular opinion at this point, is that Friends is overrated, but at the same time, it is a good show. Like, it was popular for a reason, and it was an innovative show, and I definitely prefer it over Seinfeld. I have only seen like clips of Seinfeld. I've never actually seen an entire episode of Seinfeld, but God, like, I love It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I hate Seinfeld. I think those characters are so unlikable to the point where I cannot watch the show, and Seinfeld is literally a show about nothing. Like, and I get that's the point, but I don't like it. So Seinfeld is not on this list because I've never actually seen it, but from what I've seen, I don't like it. So definitely a Friends fan over Seinfeld. That's for damn sure. But Friends is still overrated. All right, so it's going in good. Superstore.
Don't you hate Tuesdays?
You should go with this one. It's 4K.
What does 4K mean?
The first K is knowledge.
Hope I'm not interrupting anything.
What is that?
Sex.
Could you play my music?
No problem. Sorry, is this right? I can't believe that Brett gets to be the Easter Bunny. I was begging to do it, but corporate said that anyone who asks more than 3 times can't because of pedophile stuff.
Sorry, you think that a bath bomb is the answer to all of my problems?
It's not a real bomb.
Just kill yourself.
What?
Kill yourself.
What do you mean?
No, you don't get to talk right now. I am so tired. I have slept 90 minutes in 3 days. The lining of my uterus is coming out in clumps. I have hemorrhoids so big that my doctor looked at my and said, whoa, have you ever had a doctor look at your and say that? I am wearing frozen diapers so that my doesn't fall out, okay?
I was just...
Why haven't you killed yourself?
Okay, well, I had to do some paperwork in my car.
You want to see it in 4D?
Really?
Okay. What the?
That is going in cinematic masterpiece. Superstore is a great show and it is severely underrated. Like I've seen people say that it's underrated, but it doesn't get its flowers. It doesn't get the praise it deserves. Superstore is so good. America Ferrera is so good in it. She's hilarious. And Ugly Betty is one of those shows that I haven't seen in full. I saw like half the first season, but I never finished it. But she's just a great actress. I love the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants movies. I love America Ferrera, love Barbie, love her and Barbie. And she is so good in Superstore. And the relationship between Amy and Jonah is so just cute and I love it. I love, you know, just slow burn relationships in shows. I love that shit. I am just a girl, you know, but their relationship dynamic is adorable. I love them. And like everyone else in that show, all the side characters in the ensemble cast, not side characters, but everyone in the ensemble cast is just so good and they're so fucking funny. And Mateo is so funny. And what's her name? Dina is hilarious. Okay, This Is Us.
Rebecca, do you have an opinion about your husband's alcoholism? Do you ever talk to your children about their father being an addict? Did you ever warn them that they would have the gene?
My children lost their father when they were 17. They didn't have their father at their high school graduation. Randall didn't have his father when his children were born. Kate will not have her father at her wedding. So they had 17 years of memories, and that's it. There won't be any new ones for the rest of their lives. So no, I did not sit them down and color their memories of their father by talking about the one part of him that wasn't perfect. And you really threw it to surface by calling my husband an addict because he was so much more than that. Thank you.
It's interesting that you bring up examples of Kate and Randall, but not Kevin.
What?
Kate not having her father at her wedding and Randall not having his father when his children were born.
Yes, because those were just the first two examples that came to my mind.
But don't you find it interesting that you have specific examples for your other children, but not Kevin?
I don't find it interesting. I find it typical, to be honest with you. I mean, this is what we talk about. Mom,
Enough. You don't have to lay in there.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, here we go is right. Look, I tried to empathize with you, Kevin. I really have. Okay, I've held my tongue as your rich, spoiled ass got sent to this 4 seasons for almost killing my daughter when most anybody else would have got sent to jail. I've held my tongue while you've whined about your childhood. A childhood which I was there for, by the way, which I bore witness to. Your football tosses on the lawn with dad. Your tummy rubs from mom when you had a fever. See, Barbara may not have been there, but I was there. So don't you dare try to pull that same lame-ass piece of wool over my eyes, bro, okay? I've held my tongue, but I will not hold my tongue while you go after our mother for not parenting.
I'm not going after our mother, Randall. Why do you always twist things around
He's
like that?
not twisting anything, Kevin. He's simply defending me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mom. You're right. I'm sorry. Why don't you take his side? Because that's...
I am not taking anything.
You want to talk about your tortured childhood? Huh? You want to compare baggage?
Let's do that. No, I would never compare my tortured childhood with yours, Randall, because I wasn't abandoned or adopted, or I didn't have anxiety, or I'm not a genius.
No, you're definitely not that, Kevin. You know what else you're not? You're not an addict, okay? The only thing that you're addicted to is attention. I mean, what happened, Kev? Your movie rat, you weren't rolling with Sly and Ron Howard anymore. Nobody was looking at you, so you had to get us all up here. All eyes on you, cue drug problem. Okay. Okay, Kev.
Okay, guys. Now, you know what? I want to know your thoughts on this, Randall. Why do you think your daughter was hiding in my car? Why do you think your daughter was hiding in my car? You ever thought about that?
What about it?
She was avoiding the Randall show. No, welcome to the Randall show, ladies and gentlemen.
Kevin.
Adopted by white people, 2 dads. Does it get any more interesting than that? Well, not for Randall. So you move your dying father into your home without thinking about what your wife or what your kids think of that, and then you bring some strange girl into the house after he dies, right? And the only person sitting there that no one's paying attention to is your daughter, Tess.
You know what? I'm done, man.
No, Randall.
And cue Randall out the door, cue mom chasing her favorite son. This is such a predictable move. You are so predictable.
You raise your voice to her one more time.
All your children you love equally, right? That's what you keep saying.
Do you love all my children the same?
Wouldn't it feel refreshing, though, just to right here in this forum, because this is where you do that kind of stuff, to just tell everyone the truth, which is that you love Randall the most. He's your favorite,
not true,
right?
Kevin.
It's not true.
That's absolutely
It's
ridiculous.
Yeah,
I'm not
okay,
gonna
because
say
then
that,
one thing
Kevin.
that you and I have. One thing that you and I have that is special, that is just you and me. Not all of us. Not me and Randall, not me and Kate.
Kevin, can you stop? I'm flustered, and it's not kind of you.
Well, just admit that you love Randall more. You can stop pretending to be.
No, he was
this
just
perfect
easier.
family.
He was easier, and he didn't recoil when I touched him, and he wasn't some sullen teenager who was angry at me for no reason, and he didn't abandon me and move away after his father died.
Is gonna have to go in cinematic masterpiece as well. I'm sorry I'm putting so many in there. I promise not all of them are gonna be in there. But This Is Us is another severely underrated show. Even though it's like very critically acclaimed, like I recognize that, it is, I feel like, generally pretty underrated. I don't see a lot of people talking about it. It's such a good show. Like Mandy Moore did her big one with that show. She is amazing in that show. I mean, Milo Ventimiglia is also so good in that show. Sterling K. Brown is amazing in that show. But yeah, it's just generally a really good show. The acting is top notch. The writing is so good. The directing is amazing. The cinematography is amazing. It's just such a good show. I can't recommend it enough. It is very dramatic. I will say it's not like dramatic in like One Tree Hill melodrama way. It's more like it's very sad. It's just like if you watch it, you have to be prepared to cry. Like that's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to spoil anything, but it is one of those shows where it's like you have to expect that you're gonna cry almost every episode. So yeah, it is very heavy, I will say that, but it's so good, so I can't recommend it enough. Okay, sex education.
And that you do not have any
That's brilliant.
I'm a pansexual, apparently.
What, like?
fucking pots and pans.
This door leads through the portal.
A minute. Wait a minute. 1 minute, please. Oh, no. Minute 3. Fucking minute. What are you doing in there? Is everyone okay? I don't think that was bad.
Who? It's human food. I think I'm gonna go.
Where? D'accord. Does anyone know he's saying? Who speaks French properly? Raheem, please. He says at least no one was hurt. Where? Oh, where? And he says that we should carry on driving now. Thank you, Adam Croft, for owning up to doing this huge poo.
Do you like manga?
Cinematic masterpiece. That is one of my favorite shows. I wish it went on longer, honestly. I feel like I'm in the minority that roots for Maeve and Otis, not Ruby. I don't love Ruby and Otis. Like, I didn't hate their relationship. It's just like, I thought that Ruby deserved better and Otis was always in love with Maeve. So it was just like never gonna work, you know what I mean? So that's just my opinion. But I love Otis and Maeve. I love Maeve specifically as a character, and I love Amy. I love Amy Lou Wood as an actress, and her portrayal of Amy Gibbs is so good. Like, I knew her from that before the White Lotus. Let me make it clear. I always knew she was a great actress. But that show in general, it's so good. It really explores topics I feel like many shows don't explore. Gillian Anderson, she is really good in that show as well. And like I said, the whole ensemble is so good. And like I said, it really explores topics I feel like aren't explored a lot. And they do it in a really articulate, eloquent way. And I don't know, I just can't praise that show enough. I feel like it's so good. It explores topics that are sensitive as well, like when it comes to sex stuff, and it's literally called Sex Education. It's about the son of a sex therapist. So it explores a lot of stuff like that, and I don't know, it's just like one of my favorite shows. I love Sex Education, and like I said, I wish it was on longer. 30 Rock?
That is terrific. I really enjoyed that, but do you think it's too topical? Damn, I wish this event were tonight.
It's not tonight. When is it?
February.
Why are you wearing a tux?
It's after 6. What am I, a farmer?
Is gonna go in amazing. I do like 30 Rock. I have seen it all in full, and I do like Tina Fey, and I think she's a great comedic writer and actress, but I can't put it in cinematic masterpiece because it's not one of my favorite shows, but it is really funny. It is very well written. There is so much random chaos that goes on in that show, and like I said, I do love that stuff. I do love like a chaotic, fast-paced, witty kind of environment in a comedy, and that's definitely what that is. But it's like, if I'm taking 30 Rock, Parks and Rec, and The Office, it's going The Office, Parks and Rec, and then 30 Rock. You know what I mean? So yeah, and I think I'm gonna put these in order too. So I'm gonna put Gilmore Girls, and then Abbott Elementary, and then Modern Family, and then New Girl, and then Brooklyn Nine-Nine, The Sopranos, Superstore, This Is Us, and Sex Education. I'm gonna put Sex Education after New Girl, and that looks good. Oh, I have The Office and Parks and Rec next anyway, so Parks and Rec.
Everything you write down is confidential. We need you to give real answers.
Fine.
How many drinks of alcohol do you consume a week?
1.
That's it? 1 drink?
1 shelf.
Do you exercise?
Yes. Love making and woodworking.
Do you have any history of mental illness in your family?
I have an uncle who does yoga.
Allergies?
Cowardice and weak-willed men. And hazelnuts.
Sexual history?
Epic and private.
Okay. I'm gonna go get your doctor. He's a rude, brash jerk. You'll love him.
Tommy T, you just missed the craziest of crazies. Clubs, girls, dancing, naked, mom, argument, police, fleeing the scene, hiding in a dumpster, coming here, crashing on your couch for a week because technically I'm homeless. Hey, mustache, I'm gonna hit the couch. You know where I be.
I once forgot to brush my teeth for 5 weeks. I didn't actually sell my last car, I just forgot where I parked it. I don't know who Al Gore is, and at this point I'm too afraid to ask. When they say 2% milk, I don't know what the other 98% is. When I was a baby, my head was so big scientists did experiments on me. I once threw beer at a swan, and then it attacked my niece Rebekah.
I'm not sick, I just have allergies, okay? I took a Claritin, and I threw that up. So I took another one, I threw that up, and then I took a third, and it stayed down. I'm getting better.
All right, you're burning up.
You're burning up. What?
Leslie, I typed your symptoms into the thing up here, and it says you could have network connectivity problems.
Is gonna go before 30 Rock and The Office.
This plantation, we're running low on greenbacks, and we're having problems paying the people who give us the seeds.
Knock, knock. Who's that?
KGB.
KGB. Viva off the question!
What the hell was that?
What are you doing? What are you doing? Hey, stop it!
Blue, yellow, red.
How about green? I think green is kind of whorish.
Morning, Dwight. Who are you?
Who am I? I'm Jim. We've been working together for 12 years. Weird joke, Dwight.
You're not Jim. Jim's not Asian.
You seriously never noticed? Hey, hats off to you for not seeing race.
Please enter your password. You have one new message.
No. That is sensitive information. Only for employees, not outsiders.
Dwight, cut it out. I'm trying to work.
You don't work here. You're not Jim.
I got us the dinner reservation. Greek goes 7:30.
Oh, great. Can't wait.
Jim's at the dentist this morning, and Steve is an actor friend of ours.
I don't know who you are, but you are not Jim. This is Jim. How did...
Is gonna go in cinematic masterpiece at the end. I love The Office. It is like a very rewatchable show in my opinion. And like I said, it takes a lot for me to want to rewatch stuff. So I do rewatch The Office occasionally. It's not often if I'm being honest, but it is a show that I will want to rewatch. And like I said, the fast pace, I love the mockumentary style. That's why I love Abbott Elementary. I love 30 Rock and I love Parks and Rec. Obviously Parks and Rec are going in amazing and not cinematic masterpiece because Parks and Rec and 30 Rock, I just don't like them as much as The Office, but I do love them. Like I do really love those shows, but they're just not enough to go into cinematic masterpiece. And I think, yeah, I like Parks and Rec a little more than 30 Rock. I think I like Amy Poehler a little more than Tina Fey, just like in terms of their writing and acting style. Not as people, I don't know them, but I love the character of Leslie Knope and I love Leslie and Ben's relationship. I love that. I love the relationship between Liz Lemon and Jack, but it's a different kind of relationship, obviously. Like Jack and Liz don't have a romantic relationship, but I like that they did explore that kind of relationship in 30 Rock. I do appreciate that, but it also is not usually what people want. I don't know if I'm making sense, but yeah, they're still all great shows, but that's the order that I'm putting them all in. Okay, The White Lotus.
Siamo tutti gay.
You're gay?
Tanya. He is consistent.
A consistent douche?
Please, these gays, they're trying to murder me.
It's not like it was ever so beautiful to look at anyway. I mean, it's a penis. It's not a sunset.
I was gone for one fucking night, and you did Molly with hookers?
Who's the lady? This is the Queen of Sicily. Is Greg having an affair?
Whatever will be, will be. Yeah. And at this point, we're linked, so if a bad thing happens to you, it happens to me. I think we're going to be together forever, don't you?
That's the plan.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is gonna go in cinematic masterpiece before This Is Us and after Superstore. The White Lotus is a phenomenal show. Like, it is very popular and it is very acclaimed for a reason. I think it's great. Like, I know some people have issues with it, and especially with the most recent season, the third season, there's some weird stuff going on in that season. But I mean, there's weird stuff going on in all the seasons, but it's just like the first two are so good. The third season is really good. Like, don't get me wrong, but the first two seasons are just perfect in my opinion. I love them, and the second season especially I feel like is really, really good. It just had the best cast. The second season had like a really, really good cast. I mean, so did the first and third, but the second season the cast was so good. But yeah, I hope it continues and it continues to just stay good, you know what I mean? I'm rooting for you, Mike White, I really am, but maybe you should have other people in the writer's room sometimes. Other people meaning me. I want to help. So all right, anyway, Game of Thrones.
But you didn't slaughter every one of the Starks. No. That was your mistake. You should have ripped them all out, root and stem. Leave one wolf alive, and the sheep are never safe.
When people ask you what happened here, tell them the North remembers. Tell them winter came for House Frey.
No, wait here.
You're great.
It's nothing.
He's choking!
Help the poor boy! Idiots, help your king!
Wait! Jeffrey!
Come with me now.
Girlfriend!
If you want to leave, you have to leave.
He did this. He poisoned my son. Your king. Take him. Take him! Take him! Take him!
Welcome home, Daenerys Stormborn.
This is not my home. My home is across the sea where my people are waiting for me.
They will be waiting a long time.
Dracarys.
We're gonna put that in amazing, partially because they fucked up the whole last season, as we know. I am not a fan of the last season of Game of Thrones. Most people are not fans of that season. However, most of the show is really good. Like, I will give it that. It is a really overall good show. Obviously, it came from really good source material, so that helps. But I've never read the books, but they're very popular for a reason. I would say Game of Thrones is a little bit overrated, just a little bit. It's almost perfectly rated, but it's slightly overrated, if I'm being honest. But it is a really good show, and I have seen all of it in full, I think twice. Theo's never seen it, but I do want to watch it with him. But yeah, it is a very, very good show, and I don't really need to talk about it much because most people know what it's about, but I think that it's just like they really fucked up the characters in the last season. They fucked up everything in the last season, the plot and the characters, and I don't know why they did that. But okay, House of the Dragon, obviously that show is still on.
I swear toward the Queen, with all my strength, and give my blood for hers. I shall take no wife, hold no lands, father no children. I shall guard her secrets, obey her commands, ride at her side and defend her name and honor.
Put it also in amazing because it's about the same level of goodness in my mind as Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is slightly better than House of the Dragon. That's why it's before House of the Dragon. I'm gonna put Parks and Rec and 30 Rock after these, actually. Yeah, that's the right order. But Game of Thrones is very good, and so is House of the Dragon, but Game of Thrones is slightly better than House of the Dragon so far, in my opinion. But I do love House of the Dragon, and I have seen all of it up until the point we're at, and it is very good. Like, it's very loyal to the source material. However, it does kind of steer away from it sometimes, which is, I feel like, an important part of any adaptation. Like, making it exactly how it is from the source material doesn't always work. Sometimes just things don't translate directly from book to screen, and that's okay. Like, I've learned a lot about in my program how just certain things have to be written for specific mediums. So yeah, that's just my spiel about that. That kind of goes the same thing with The Summer I Turned Pretty. Like, I've never read the books, but I've listened to some of the audiobooks and watched videos about the books, so I know what the books are about, and I can tell that the show is pretty accurate to the books, but they do add and embellish some things because that's just how adaptations usually work, you know what I mean? So yeah, anyway, let's just do The Summer I Turned Pretty.
Lydia.
No, not now.
Why?
Because you really, really, really need somebody right now, and I don't want to be the kind of person who takes advantage of that.
I don't just need somebody. I need you.
I don't want you to need me. I want you to want me.
I do want you.
we're gonna put that in good at the beginning because it is cheesy. It's corny, I acknowledge that. However, I love it. Like I said, I am not one to typically gravitate toward, like, for lack of a better word, cheesy teen shows, you know what I mean? Like Gossip Girl and One Tree Hill and The Summer I Turned Pretty, The OC, stuff like that. I've never seen The OC, but I would like to. But shows like that are, you know, they're dramatic, cheesy teen shows, but I feel like The Summer I Turned Pretty is my favorite of that genre of show. I love The Summer I Turned Pretty. I think at times Belly can be a very unlikable character, which is not great. However, they do showcase her flaws well, and they're starting to show her maturing and growing and learning, and that's important. Obviously, she's a young character. Like, she was like slightly younger than me when the show started, but we're around the same age, her character and me, and Lola and I are about the same age. But yeah, obviously she's young and she has a lot to learn, and I feel like they do a good job with showcasing her acting like her age. So I do like that. It is just cheesy though. It's not always great. If I want to share with you what team I'm on, I think it's obvious what team is correct, and that is Conrad.
This is 100% your look, Connie baby.
But I can't stand Jeremiah as a character. I think he is so fucking annoying. I think he's like, yeah, he's good looking, but his personality sucks, in my opinion. Conrad has his flaws as well, but he is way lesser of the two evils than Jeremiah. Ugh, I hate Jeremiah, if I'm being honest. And like I said, I think Conrad can be an asshole, but his main problem is his communication issues, and that is, I feel like, a good character flaw for him to have, and it's very clear that that's his character flaw, that he doesn't know how to communicate with Belly very well, or anyone really, but he's going to get better with that in the 3rd season, I assume. So yeah, let's give Conrad some breathing room and some grace and allow him to grow. And same thing with Belly. Jeremiah, you're not getting any grace from me. All right, the society.
Cool. Hey, I'll read him his rights. Make sure everything's all legit.
Dude, no one gives a shit about that.
Law and order, man. You don't read the bad guy's rights. He gets away like
There's
every
no
time.
more legal system, Jason. We're living in some sort of fucking black hole.
Okay.
I really don't think that the Moray no more.
I'm just trying to make sure that everything's legit, so we're not stormtroopers or anything like that.
Let's just fucking do this, all right? Hey, Jason, come help me. Come on.
We're gonna put that in amazing at the end. I would put it higher if it was longer of a show. It was only a season, and the way they ended it was just like so incomplete. I know it got canceled because I think because of COVID, but they could have like released something to continue it, because the way the 1st season ended, it was completely inconclusive, and I really don't like that. I think it was a great show. Like, the show itself was so good. Like, that one season was so good. The acting, the writing, it was all amazing in my opinion. But it was only one season, it got canceled, and the way they ended it was completely inconclusive, and I don't like that. I never liked that. It was not satisfying in the slightest. And something I've learned about writing is that even if the ending is like a tragedy, or it's not the most satisfying, you need to give some sense of closure, or it's just not a complete story, you know what I mean? So I don't like that, but it's gonna go at the end of amazing. Pretty Little Liars.
Can you walk any softer? Please, Jenna can't hear us. She's blind. You know what I mean.
Do you still have any friends, Spencer?
Okay, it's like you're here, but you're not. We get it. We understand. You have a boyfriend. We've all had them. Yeah, even Emily. Shut up, Hannah.
Your software slays, by the way.
Is gonna go in good at the end. Pretty Little Liars is also fits into that category of melodramatic, cheesy teen shows. However, I have seen all of it in full, and I do like it. I think I watched it in like, I wanna say it was like 2017 when I watched it all for the first time. I love it. It's one of my guilty pleasure shows. I don't think it's objectively very good, but I think it lasted a while for a reason. It was popular for a reason, and Sarah Shepard went to my high school. Well, technically, she went to my school district. Let's just say that. I don't want to like share where I went to high school, but I mean, you can look up where Sarah Shepard went to high school, but she went to my school district, so I have a connection to that story, and she also came to my high school one year. I think it was after I graduated though. But yeah, I do like Pretty Little Liars. I think it's not great, but I don't think it's bad either. I mean, there are some parts of it that are just like ridiculous, like Gossip Girl. So yeah, I do like it slightly more than Gossip Girl. So that's where it's going. All right, Outer Banks.
She has motion sensor lights. We can move really slowly, maybe? What? Yeah, that's not how it works. Oh, shit. Let's throw a rock at it.
What? That's a really good idea, actually. Let the axe murderer know that we're here.
Throw a rock at it? Okay, you guys have a better idea?
Literally anything but that.
Be safe. Be safe. I'll be so safe. I'll be safe for you. Stop. I'm gonna kill you. But how would that keep us safe?
We're gonna put it at the beginning of good. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna put it. I do like Outer Banks. I do think it is a very good show. I'm not gonna spoil anything about the last season, but what the fuck? Like, I don't like what they did with the last season, with like the very end of the last season. I get that there was like drama behind the scenes that contributed to the story, which I don't think should ever happen. Like, I don't think that actors' personal lives should have so much dictation over their acting jobs, like the characters they're playing in the stories. These are fictional stories. I don't know, whatever. I'm not gonna go off on a tangent about that, but that kind of tainted my view of the show, that whole thing, how everything went down. But I do think the show itself is very good, and I do think it is well written. I think Sarah Cameron is a great character. I think Madeline Klein plays her very well. I also like Key. I don't love John B. He's not a great protagonist, but he's not terrible either. And Pope, I do like Pope. I sort of like Cleo, but like basically I'm like 50-50 on if like I like the characters or not. Sometimes they really piss me off, but overall it's a good show, but it's going in the middle, you know, somewhat in the middle. The end of the fucking world.
Pretty sure I'm a psychopath. Hey.
I've seen you skating. Pretty shit.
Fuck off.
Let's get out of here. What? I'm serious. Let's leave this shithole town now. You hate it, I hate it, our parents are dickheads. You got a car.
It's my dad's.
Who's a dickhead? I'm going whether you come with me or not. You in? Please say yes.
I figured I wasn't in a rush. Yeah, all right. I didn't know where we were going or when I was going to kill her. But I punched my dad in the face and stole his car. And that felt like a good place to start. I don't like my life.
So do something.
Frodo! Frodo! What was that?
Nice one, Frodo.
You think it's going to explode?
It's not a film. If this was a film, we'd probably be American. Come on.
Where are we going?
We can't drive it, can we?
Well, I might be able to fix it. We can't just leave it here.
Do you reckon you can still fix it?
Is going at the beginning of Amazing. I love that show. Again, I wish it lasted longer. I think they chose to end it when they did. I don't think it was canceled, but it is a really good show and I wish it lasted longer. But it's basically about this guy who's like a psychopath and he wants to kill people and wants to kill this girl, but then they fall in love. It's hard to explain, but there's a lot going on in it. I think I talked about this in my tier ranking my favorite TV shows video, which if you haven't seen that, go check it out. It's from a while ago at this point, but I did do a video that was like tier ranking my favorite TV shows and that was in it. Some of these were in it, but this is every show, so this is different. But yeah, it's a really good show. I highly recommend if you haven't seen it. It's on Netflix, and again, I wish it lasted longer, but I think the dynamic between the main two characters is very, very well done, and both the actors play them very well. The bear.
Yes, 45 minutes to open, chef.
Yes, Chef. Yes, Chef. Yes, Chef. Yes, Chef. Ready to go.
Sorry, Jeff.
Sorry, Louis.
Yes, Jeff.
Thank you.
Yes, Chef.
Marcus, if you're still fucking with those donuts right now, I'm gonna fuck your day up. You hear me?
Yes, Chef.
Fire everything right fucking now.
Yes, Chef.
Yes, Chef. Fuck that.
Yes, Chef.
Yes, Chef. Yes, Chef.
We are not.
What?
We are not good, Chef.
No?
Yeah, Chef.
Yes, Chef.
No, Jeff.
Yes, Chef.
I love The Bear. Like, I don't care how popular or overrated it may seem. It is a really good show. Like, I love it. Like, it's literally going before New Girl and after Modern Family. I was just watching the new season literally this morning. I watched the first episode last night. I'm recording this literally the day after it came out, and I got halfway through the second episode. So I'm gonna finish that, and I'm gonna rewatch everything with Theo. But it's such a good show. Like, obviously I haven't seen all of the fourth season yet, so I'll give you my thoughts in vlogs when I watch it. But it's so intense, but it's so funny. It like really does well with like the dark comedy thing, with like the balance between the drama and the comedy, because it is very funny at times. Like, I know there's a whole debate about whether or not The Bear is actually a comedy or not. In my opinion, it is a comedy. And the reason I think it is because after learning about comedy specifically in school, in a creative writing program, like, I have my knowledge, guys. The reason I do think it's a comedy, it's specifically a dark comedy, because comedies typically are supposed to end with some sort of celebration, and if it doesn't, it's not truly a comedy. Most of the seasons, while they do end with some sort of like dramatic, chaotic thing, it's never like a bad thing usually. Usually they achieve the goal, and if they don't, then it continues into the next season. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm making sense, but I feel like it definitely is a dark comedy, and it does make me laugh sometimes. Like, I was watching it this morning and I was laughing, so I don't think that should be a debate. It's definitely a dark comedy in my opinion, and I love it. Like, I've learned a lot about cooking and stuff from that show. Like, the fuck? Obviously I'm not gonna like try to emulate what they're doing because I'm not a professional chef, nowhere near that, but I don't know, I just feel like they really, at least they seem like they know what they're talking about. So, and obviously they have like culinary supervisors on set, so that helps. Daisy Jones and the Six.
very least, those two still owe me a song.
I love this show so much. It's going at the end of Cinematic Masterpiece. It was a limited series based on the book by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and it was such a good show. Like, I don't even need any more of it. I mean, like, I'll take more of it. If they want to give it to me, I'll take more. But like, the soundtrack is amazing. Like, the whole album, the Aurora album that corresponded with the show, so good. The acting is so good. The writing is so good. And it's just overall a great limited series if you just want to watch just one series of a show about a fictional band based on Fleetwood Mac loosely that's set in, like, what is it, the 60s, 70s. It's so good. I highly recommend it. It's on Amazon Prime. But yeah, that is one of my favorite shows, Daisy Jones and the Six. I was obsessed with the Aurora album for probably like a year after the series came out. Like, I would just listen to that in my play. Like, they're still in my playlist. The songs from Aurora, they're still in my playlist. I don't listen to them all the time now, but I will still listen to them if they come on. I'm like, oh, you know, The River, or like Let Me Down Easy, or Kill You to Try, or whatever, Honeycomb, Let Me Down Easy. Any of those songs, I'm jamming out. All right, next we got Nobody Wants This.
Isn't it crazy that we never kissed this whole time? Like, how did that happen?
Yeah, very aware we haven't kissed yet.
Yet?
Yeah.
Or we're just friends?
Sure. And friends don't kiss, which is why, you know, I'm aware we haven't.
But what if we had just like one goodbye kiss?
Hand me your ice cream. Put your back down.
I love Nobody Wants This. It's going after Sex Education and before Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Nobody Wants This is a Netflix series. It was created by Aaron Foster, and it's so good. It's so cute. Like, it is that TV series, funny rom-com with good-looking, funny people acting as the main leads. Like, it's everything I've wanted for a while. Thank you so much, Aaron Foster. But it's Kristen Bell and Adam Brody playing. Adam Brody's a rabbi. Kristen Bell is like an agnostic sex podcaster with her sister, and they fall in love, and you know, the relationship's complicated. And obviously my family is Jewish. I've told you guys this before. My family is Jewish, and my grandfather was a cantor, which is like, in simple terms, a step below a rabbi. But he would do like bar and bat mitzvah lessons, and he was like, we like to call him a professional Jew as a joke, but that's basically what he was. So I like really connect with that show in that sense, and it's just an overall really good show. Like, their dynamic is adorable. It's hilarious. I love the dynamic between their siblings as well. Her sister and his brother. They're so funny, and it's just a great show, and I cannot wait for the next season to come out. I think only one season is out right now, and the second season is coming out soon. So I'm very excited for that. Next we got Normal People.
What?
I've been thinking about New York. The offer.
What about it?
I don't know. I keep imagining you being there. Writing.
Right?
You've been thinking about it.
Yeah. A bit. Like, obviously I've thought about it a bit, but that doesn't mean... it just feels too hard. Everything recently has been hard, or it's been an effort, and maybe this year just needs to be straightforward, you know?
Yes, there's been a lot of stuff that's been difficult and painful, and this would be difficult and amazing.
Potentially, yes.
It's New York. It's writing. It'd be fucking amazing. Come.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Would you come with me? We could be there together, and you could study or work, and... Why?
I want to stay here. I want to live the life I'm living. It's quite a thing. And I'm getting better at it.
Yeah. I'd miss you too much. I'd be sick.
At first, but it would get better.
Yeah. Yeah, it's only a year, and then I'll be back.
Don't promise that. You don't know where either of us will be, or what will happen.
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you.
No. That's true. I mean, you'd be somewhere else entirely. You'd be a different person. And me too. But we have done so much good for
one another.
You know I love you. And I'm never going to feel the same way for anyone else.
I know.
I'll go.
And I'll stay. And we'll be okay.
I'm sorry, I have to put it here. I have to put it in Cinematic Masterpiece. I love it. Like, I'm not gonna be ashamed of how many I put in here. I'm gonna put it before This Is Us and after The White Lotus. But Normal People is another limited series on Hulu based on the book, Normal People by Sally Rooney, and it's set in Ireland, and it's basically about the relationship between these two people, Marianne and Connell, who like throughout a bunch of years, like high school into the end of college and after college, I think. I don't remember exactly how long it is, but it's so good and it's heartbreaking. Like, I will, again, get out the tissues for that show. But their acting is so good. The writing is amazing in my opinion. It's just very well done, and they ended it the way it was supposed to be ended, even though it's just terribly heartbreaking, but it's reality sometimes. It's a very realistic show. It's kind of like a reality check slap in the face kind of show that, oh, this is life, you know? It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
We're running pretty low on remaining dick towel money though. Plus we gotta fill that thing up with gas.
I know, man, we gotta pop by the department store, pick up the mattress. I'm gonna get a nice one too. Yeah.
The what? The mattress? What do we need a mattress for? What do you mean, what do we need a mattress for? Why in the hell do you think we just spent all that money on a boat? The whole purpose of buying a boat in the first place was to get the ladies nice and tipsy topside so we can take them to a nice, comfortable place below deck and, you know, they can't refuse because of the implication. Okay. You had me going there for the first part. The second half kind of threw me.
Well, dude, think about it. She's out in the middle of nowhere with some dude she barely knows. You know, she looks around her. What does she see? Nothing but open ocean. There's nowhere for me to run. What am I gonna do? Say no?
Okay, that seems really dark.
No, it's not dark. You're misunderstanding me, bro.
I think
yeah, you are. Because if the girl said no, then the answer obviously is no. But the thing is that she's not gonna say no. She would never say no because of the implication.
Now, you said that word implication a couple of times. What implication?
The implication that things might go wrong for her if she refuses to sleep with me. Now, not that things are gonna go wrong for her, but she's thinking that they will.
But it sounds like she doesn't want to have sex.
Why aren't you understanding this? She doesn't know whether she wants to have sex with me. It's that she doesn't know. That's not the issue.
Are you gonna hurt women?
I'm not gonna hurt these women. Okay. Why would I ever hurt these women? I feel like you're not getting this at all.
I'm not getting it.
Food. There's more!
Free batteries!
What the hell's going on over here?
Oh, Frank's trying to kill himself.
As soon as I figure out who or what I am, you'll never see me again.
You're Irish.
You're Irish.
He's going in Cinematic Masterpiece. It's the one we're watching right now. We're currently watching it. We're almost caught up with it. The next season comes out July 9th, and today is June 26th. So it comes out very soon, the 17th season, and we're on season 16 now. It is so good. I'm putting it there. Putting it after Abbott Elementary before Modern Family. It's so good. It's so fucked though. Like, I will warn you now, the characters are very unlikable, but they're such assholes that it's like hilarious. Like, they're so funny. Like, the situations they get themselves into are so random and so funny. The way they react to everything, their dynamics are just so funny. I love her. I love Caitlin Olsen. She has the best facial expressions I've like almost ever seen in a comedy series. It's just like, they don't even focus on her. Like, they're like focusing on someone next to her, but she's just like looking at them like she just has the best facial expressions. I gotta give her flowers for that. Like, I'm cracking up at her facial expressions all the time and her physical comedy. So yeah, I love her and I love all of them. I just think they're hilarious and I love the show. Only Murders in the Building.
This is a table read, Charles. It's not the Donna Reed show. Donna Reed was
Not worth it.
Why am I holding this knife?
What the fuck? Oh my god, go get ice! Oh, shit! Will you hurry? What the fuck?
You know, there's a cat in your freezer.
Yes, I know that.
Is also going in Cinematic Masterpiece. It's going after Normal People before This Is Us. I love that show. Like, I genuinely, again, it's very popular for a reason. I genuinely think it's a very good show. I think that all three of them do amazing jobs with their roles and their dynamic is so fucking funny. And it's like, it's very comedic, obviously. It is a comedy, but there are dramatic elements to it and I think it does very well with that balance. I think it is just a very well written, fleshed out show. I think all the characters are very well written and fleshed out and very intentionally written. I feel like that's very important in a show, is like characters and their decisions, what they wear, what they do, what they say, how they act. It's supposed to be very intentional to match with their character, you know what I mean? And they do very good with that. So props to them for that. The Vampire Diaries.
Oh, you have a lovely clavicle. I always notice a woman's neck. I'm a neck person. So Stefan. Right, Stefan? Not anymore. Oh, well, that's silly. You can't just stop being a neck person.
People usually don't merge with their siblings either.
For the record, I would have been fine with any of Luke's qualities. You know, the hair, the whole gay thing. You know, maybe not the height, actually.
They're not vampires. What the hell are they? Ooh, maybe they're Ninja Turtles. You're not funny. Or no, zombies, werewolves. No comedic timing at all.
I'm sorry, it's going in trash flop. I don't like it. Yes, I have seen all of it once. I watched every single episode in order one time each and no more. I know. I think it's terrible. Like, I'm sorry. I do somewhat understand why people like it. Like, I am not a person that's like, I don't even understand why people like it. Like, it's so bad that I can't even get that. There are some things like that, don't get me wrong. But that show, I do understand why people like it. For me, I don't like it. I think it's so bad. I think Elena leaving was a terrible thing. They should have just ended the show. I don't know why they continued the show after that. I think the writing isn't good. Obviously, it is one of those kind of cheesy, melodramatic teen shows, but I think that one is especially bad, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Glee.
Hi, I'm Kurt Hellman. I'll be auditioning for the role of Kicker.
Hey, what is this? What happened to the speed of family? Hey!
Oh, please. She has a family. She's a mother. Walk away!
It isn't love, it isn't hate, it's just a difference. After Gossip Girl. I have seen all of Glee in full, and I think it's cute, it's charming, it's campy. There's a lot of, it's intentionally ridiculous. Again, it's one of those shows that is definitely intentionally ridiculous and chaotic. It's a little bit over the top sometimes. There are some Glee covers that I think are so beautiful, like the Landslide cover, Shake It Out, Teenage Dream. There are a couple Glee covers that I think are actually quite beautiful and quite well done. However, the show itself is crazy and ridiculous. Like, it's another guilty pleasure show. I haven't really ever rewatched it. I've seen all of it in full once, and I've rewatched a couple episodes, and I watched videos about it on YouTube, but I've never actually rewatched it really. So I just think it's silly, and I think it's supposed to be silly, but at times it's just a little too silly for me. And Will Schuester is a demon, and Rachel Berry, as much as I am kind of a Rachel Berry apologist, I do love her. I think she is annoying, but I do love her. She's crazy. They should have ended the show after Corey Monteith died, which they did shortly after, but you know, that's where it's going. Euphoria.
Don't understand that because I am crazy.
How long have you been f***ing Nate Jacobs?
When was this?
Right after New Year's.
Bitch, you're my soulmate. Bitch, you better be joking.
Bitch, I'm out.
Please, put your ass away.
No,
I'm not gonna ask you again. Put your ass away.
I am who I am.
She knows, and I know she knows, and I know she knows.
Wait, is this a fucking play about us?
Like, I'm gonna put it at the end of good, because it's like, it's not bad. It's not a bad show. Like, it is pretty well done. The acting is pretty good. The writing is decent. However, what the hell is taking them so long to just end it? You know what I mean? Like, I wish they would just say, like, it's over. They're still trying to milk it, and it's, at this point, why? You know what I mean? It's just like, it's, the first couple seasons were very well done, but I think it should just be over, and it's very melodramatic, but it also is supposed to be. It's very aesthetically pleasing. Like, I will give it that. Like, the directing is very well done. It is very aesthetically pleasing, but it's just like, there are moments that are just a little too over the top for my liking, and I just don't, even if they come out with another season, I'm not watching it. So yeah, that's where it's going. All right, now we're getting into some like Disney shows that I did watch and were part of my childhood, so they needed to be included. Even though I don't watch them now, I did watch them. So Hannah Montana. Is going at the end of Cinematic Masterpiece, because that was my favorite show. That was my favorite Disney show. And I would say that it still is my favorite Disney show. Hannah Montana was very well done in my opinion. Like, I obviously haven't watched it in a long time, but I remember sobbing when it ended. I remember crying my eyes out during the last episode. Like, obviously it projected Miley Cyrus's career, and she deserves it. She's very talented, and Hannah Montana was my shit. Like, let's just say that. Like, Hannah Montana was my shit. I loved it so much. I had a Hannah Montana microphone. I think I was Hannah Montana for Halloween once. I don't remember, but I did have like a Hannah Montana microphone where you push a button and it would play some of her songs, and I loved her so much. I had a Hannah Montana guitar as well. It was like one of those like play toy guitars, and it was Hannah Montana. I loved her. So that's going. Austin and Ally.
Des, that's the wrong group.
I did it! I got my stage right!
I always knew you could do it.
is going in. It isn't love, it isn't hate, it's just a difference. Because I don't think it's trash flop, but it's not good either. I think it's ridiculous. But like, I just remembered the whole plot line with like Taylor Swift couldn't perform because she got hurt or something. No, like Taylor Swift wanted to perform one of Allie's songs, but then she couldn't, and then Allie had to do it as her. Like, it was so ridiculous. I'm like, we all know that Taylor Swift writes her own songs, so why is she getting songs from Allie? I just thought that was stupid. I like remembered that, and I was like, before I recorded this, and I was like, that was stupid. But yeah, it's not a great show. It's cute, and there are worse Disney shows that we'll get into, but it is not great. So, kicking it.
I mean, that flying kicky thing you did was like, oh wow.
You really don't like her, do you?
What makes you say that? Hey, look! Late class, see ya! Well, he's about to. He doesn't know who he's messing with. Bobby Wasabi's best student right here. You don't want any of this.
Kim, stop.
Cause boom goes the dynamite. Boom.
Kim, stop booming. People are looking. I'm gonna use my agility and arsenal of counterattacking spin kicks to take my opponent down.
I'm just gonna rip his skull off and soccer kick it off the roof.
What? You wanna do this right now?
I really want to do this.
I mean, wait. I'm not
tired.
back this time.
You know what?
We're gonna put it at the end of good because I actually did very much enjoy that show. That was a Disney XD show, and I did enjoy it, and I loved Jack and Kim's relationship. I just thought they were so cute. I loved them both individually as characters as well, particularly Kim. I liked her more than Jack. I'm just a girl's girl, what can I say? But I just thought it was a well done show. I wish there were more females because it was like all men and then that one singular female character, but you know, it was a dude show. Mostly it was targeted toward young boys, so, but it was still really good. Next, we got Boy Meets World.
Double D's, just like your grades.
Son, the only, the one. Donut in the sky, space, big gaping place. Without, within our skin. Donut in the sky, freon, fluorocarbon, humpback whale, so pale, exhaust, is all lost. Donut in the sky. You're gonna be one of those girls who doesn't shave her legs, aren't you? Decided yet.
So this was an ABC show. This was obviously not Disney. This was ABC. This was like from the 90s, but I have seen all of it in full. I'm gonna put it, I actually really did enjoy this show. I'm gonna put it at the end of amazing because I did really enjoy it. I watched Girl Meets World before I watched Boy Meets World because I watched Girl Meets World when it came out and like watched it until the end, and then I watched Boy Meets World like a couple of years later. And I do think that Boy Meets World is a lot better than Girl Meets World. Looking back at it now, I do think Boy Meets World is a lot better than Girl Meets World. And Girl Meets World was very like, it tried to be so poignant and tried to like be like Boy Meets World, but it wasn't executed well. I loved Girl Meets World when it was out. Like, I loved that show when it was on. Looking back at it now, I think it's ridiculous. I did love Boy Meets World, so it's going at the end of amazing, but Girl Meets World.
Yes, sir, it is us.
I'm not doing it. Yes, sir, it's us. We hope that one day one of us will be lucky enough to become the future Mrs. Farkle-Minkus and have a lot of baby minkai.
They want to see if I have autism. You don't. Let's go tell them you don't.
Is going at the beginning of trash flop. Because, like I said, I really liked it when it was on, but now looking back at it, I think it's so ridiculous. Obviously, another one of the pop girlies of today, Sabrina Carpenter, she was projected into fame from Disney. She was actually on Austin and Ally before she was on Girl Meets World, playing little Lucy Gluckman on Austin and Ally. If you remember that, then you are elite. But honestly, I preferred Maya over Riley in Girl Meets World. So I love me Sabrina. I love her. I love my blonde pop girlies from Pennsylvania. Like, I'm from Pennsylvania as well, so love Taylor Swift, love Lizzie McAlpine. She's not blonde, but whatever. Sabrina Carpenter, all those girlies from Pennsylvania. Wizards of Waverly Place.
Great, I'm Alex Russo, and my hobby is I like to poke things with a stick. But I haven't figured out how to make money with that yet, so I'm in school.
Hey, you haven't eaten for days and you're in desperate need of a sandwich. What do?
I walk over to our sandwich shop and have Mom make me a sandwich.
Okay, yes, but Mom's not here. Why, is she okay? Yes, she's fine.
Well, she's fine. I don't see why she couldn't make me a sandwich. So you're telling me that I have to come up with a solution all by myself to a problem that I created all by myself? Well, that's not fair.
It's gonna go before Kicking It, like toward the end of Good. That's where that's going. I do think it was a very cute show and it was well done at points. I did watch all of it and I did enjoy it at the time. I do think that looking back at it, I don't like it as much now as I used to, obviously, that's natural. But, you know, projected Selena Gomez into fame. We love her. I love Selena Gomez. Like, I think that she has said and done some questionable things, but I do like her. So I'm rooting for her. And I liked Alex Russo as a character. I honestly think Selena Gomez is a really good actress. I think she's a better actress than she is a musician or singer. You know, she's not a bad singer, but I just think she's better at acting. But Alex Russo is a very memorable, very iconic character that she portrayed. So yeah. Next we got another pop music sort of icon, I guess. Demi Lovato, who starred in Sunny with a Chance.
BBC here. Really, Chad?
Honey? Oh man, answer the wrong phone.
Look, I need a favor. I have the sweetest girl here and she really wants to meet you.
Ooh, is that what you look like?
She's 9.
Alright, but after it happens, you know, we're gonna be in love.
We?
You? I said you.
You said we.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Okay, fine, but we is my nickname for you. Are we happy?
And you do think you're better than us.
No, not better, just different. In a better way. We act.
Okay, Chad.
Sunny, cloudy, rainy. We have names. Yeah, but remembering them would take effort and interest and excuse me.
I'm gonna put it isn't love, it isn't hate, it's just indifference, before Austin and Ally after Glee. Because I did like that show, and I liked So Random as well. I didn't include So Random because that was like a spin-off of Sunny with a Chance, and it didn't last very long. And I did like it, and I did watch it, but whatever. It just kind of ties in with Sunny with a Chance. But So Random was Sunny with a Chance without Sunny. So it was just like the show within the show. That's what So Random was. But Sunny with a Chance, I honestly liked it. I really liked the relationship between Sunny and Chad. The whole enemies to lovers thing, that was very well done, that relationship. But otherwise, it was kind of ridiculous. I mean, again, was supposed to be at times, but honestly, it was not a bad show for it being a Disney show. And I honestly think Demi Lovato did really well in it. And yeah, I did like that show at the time. I didn't like it as much as Wizards of Waverly Place or Kickin' It, but I liked it more than Austin and Ally. You know what I mean? So that's why it's there. All right, good luck, Charlie.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Listen to Spencer's latest status update. Just chilling at home. Who cares?
Apparently you do.
All right, let's go. And you, don't do anything stupid.
Like that? This is my number. I hope you'll use it.
Don't you already have a boyfriend?
No, but I'm hoping to. Ciao.
Ciao? Oh no, she already has a nickname for me. You know what girls from Venezuela call the guy they secretly want to date behind their best friend's back? Ciao.
Is going at the end of Trash Flop. Like, I think Good Luck Charlie is a terrible show. That's my opinion. My dad kind of has skewed my perception of it a little bit. I'm sorry, Dad, but you kind of have. He hated that show. Like, every time I watched it, he was like, turn this shit off. Like, not actually, he would actually say that, but he'd be like, please turn this off. Like, no Good Luck Charlie today. I don't want to see it. He hated Amy Duncan so much. The mom hated her. I honestly, looking back on it, I'm like, I understand why he hated her. She was like a terrible, terrible character. Like, she was crazy. And I love Bridget Mendler. She is a queen. Queen space genius Bridget Mendler. I will always root for you, Bridget. Miss Mendler, Dr. Mendler. I don't know. And I did like Teddy as a character. Hated Spencer. What the hell was that relationship? But looking back on it, I never really liked it. I watched it because it was something to watch, but I never really liked it. And now I really, really don't like it looking back on it. Let's go back to these two. Let's do The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Watching you scream for 10 minutes. Why didn't you wake me? There was nothing on TV.
Have you buckled your seatbelt?
I was going to, but this outfit just wrinkles so easily, so I thought...
Just do it.
Oh my God.
It's the law. It is a gear shift. The letters stand for park, reverse, neutral, drive, and loud.
You're making me nervous with all this technical talk.
Oh, I'm sorry. Why don't we just relax or turn on the radio? Would you like am or film?
How do you lose a woman?
You forget to cherish her.
Honestly, I think that was a really good show. I'm gonna put it at the beginning of Good and The Sweet Life on Deck.
I'm Bailey. I don't suppose the boys have mentioned me.
Are you kidding? Cody sent me a 9-page email just about your hair.
That was a typo. I wasn't writing about Bailey's hair. It was supposed to say Daily Bear, which is a column I write about bears. Daily.
Nice save.
Is going at the end of Good because it wasn't as good as The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, but it was still pretty good. Like, it wasn't like a spin-off show that was like completely different. You know what I mean? It was like pretty in keeping with the original, but just in a different location with other characters. But I think it was a charming show and I did enjoy it at the time. I do think it still holds up. I mean, obviously things that were created on Disney from that time are probably somewhat dated at this point. However, I feel like that show holds up. One of the best shows that holds up up and doesn't feel as dated, even though it is one of the older ones from that time. I don't know, I just feel like the whole twin thing was very cool, and I don't love Cole Sprouse. I think he's kind of a douche, but you know, I did like Zach and Cody as characters. I love London. I mean, obviously there were times when she did piss me off. Same thing with Maddie, same thing with Bailey. There are times that they all pissed me off, but London was my favorite character by far. I think she was very well fleshed out as a character, and Brenda's song is just so good. Grey's Anatomy is like, okay, so these are the two shows, Grey's Anatomy and 13 Reasons Why, that I didn't finish. Grey's Anatomy, I don't play favorites, dear. Nepotism is for the weak.
That's what my birthday cards always say.
It was a lot cooler when I was single. You were hardly ever single. That sounds like my life. Married, betrayed, gay, abandoned, and then I woke up and had no idea how I got here.
I leave toothpaste for the sink. Are you supposed to rinse it every time you brush?
Nobody parented you. This is to be expected.
She's selling her house and she wants to move in. What do you think?
With the kids?
No, she's selling the kids with the house.
Well, what's wrong? Could it be related to the liver transplant?
Of course, he's rejecting it because it's my liver.
Am I the go-to person for adultery?
I watched like the first 12 seasons, 10, I don't remember. But I stopped, I think it was 12. I think I watched the first 12 seasons and then I stopped because I got bored. I was like, I can't do this anymore. I can't watch this anymore. But like the first 5, 6, 7, 8, somewhere between 5 and 8 seasons were very good. Like I enjoyed them a lot when I watched them. I watched them when I was like a teenager, but I did enjoy them. However, it has gone on for way too long and I have not had the patience to finish it. So it's gonna go at the beginning of it isn't love, it isn't hate, it's just indifference, because I don't think it's bad, but I don't think it's all that either. You know what I mean? It's not one of my favorites. 13 Reasons Why, that is going at the end of Trash Flop. That is the other show that I did not completely finish. I never watched the last season. Yeah, I watched the first 3. I don't know how many seasons there are, 4 or 5. I watched the first 3, I think. I don't think I watched the last one at all. It's a very graphic, triggering show. I don't want to get too much into like commentary about it, but let's just say I've never actually seen the original scene. I've never actually watched it because I watched that first season with my family, and when it got to that point, it was still the original like graphic scene. I had to walk out of the room because I knew it was going to trigger me. As we know, I have experience with suicidal ideation. I've attempted to end my life before multiple times, and prior to that coming out, I had tried to do that, and like not that long before that came out, and it was just very, very triggering, and I will never revisit that show. I think it's a really bad show, and that's all I'm gonna say. Like, I understand the point of some of it, but I don't think it was well executed at all. The end of the second season, I think, that really graphic scene, you guys know what I'm talking about, that was hard to watch. I felt very uncomfortable watching that scene. I just think that it was very unnecessarily graphic at points, and it just got ridiculous. As the show went on, it got more and more ridiculous. And there's other things I want to say that I'm just gonna hold off on, so yeah, okay. Ant Farm.
Calling all the monsters, calling all the monsters, calling all the monsters.
I think it's pretty bad, honestly. I think it's gonna go after Girl Meets World, but I think Ant Farm was a pretty bad show. I mean, it wasn't terrible. There were some good, cute moments of it. I liked China Anne McClain's singing. Like, I did like her voice. I liked the music in the show, but the show itself was not great. I think it was stupid. I don't think I ever really actually liked it at the time. Like, I did watch all of it, but I don't think I ever actually liked it. And now looking back, I like it even less, so it's going there. Big Little Lies.
I thought it was nice for the nannies to get to know each other, have your own little
Renata, Zaina's not a nanny. She's a mom, just young. Like you used to be?
You're very short.
Excuse me?
I don't mean it in a negative way.
Oh.
Maybe I do. I find little people to be untrustworthy.
Opposites. And next we're gonna do synonyms.
Okay, opposites. That's a door. That is...
That's you.
Me, of course. I don't understand.
The door's hinged.
I see.
This is a great show. That is going, I'm gonna put it after The Office, before Daisy Jones and the Six. Big Little Lies was like a limited series that may or may not potentially be continuing, I don't know. But I think it came out in like 2019. I did watch all of it with Theo, and I think it was really good. Like, the acting is so good in that show. The writing is amazing. Like, it touches on some serious, heavy stuff, and I think it is pretty well executed, and I think all of them are really good in it. All the main women in it are really good. Nicole Kidman, Shailene Woodley, Meryl Streep, obviously, and Reese Witherspoon, and Laura Dern, all those women. I just think that they all are really good in it, and it's a very dramatic show, but it's like supposed to be, but it's like, it's not melodramatic to the point where it's like annoying. It's like supposed to be dramatic. I don't know how to explain it. Like, they do a very good balance with maintaining the heaviness of it. It is heavy, but they do balance out some of the heaviness with more lighthearted stuff, but it is generally a heavy show. But it is very good. Like, it's really, really good, and I highly recommend it. Hello guys, Editing Zoe, butting in to say that I remembered a couple of TV shows that I actually have seen all the way through that I just forgot when I was recording this video. So I set up the whole tier ranking thing again, and I'm adding those 3 shows that I remembered. And I also want to add a couple other shows that I want to watch. Those 2 shows are The Twilight Zone and Cheers. I haven't seen any of either of those. I've seen a scene from The Twilight Zone, I've seen a scene from Cheers, but I've never seen a full episode of either of them. So those are 2 additional shows that I would love to watch them all in full. So yes, 2 additions there, and then 3 additions for TV shows that I have watched in full. So the first one I have is Jessie.
Hey, Jessie. Hey, Jessie. It feels like a party every day. Hey, Jessie. Hey, Jessie.
So I didn't like that show very much. I didn't really like many of the characters. I didn't like Tony very much. Thought Zuri was a brat. I mean, they were all brats. That was the point. They were rich, spoiled brats, but their parents were never around. Like, they adopted all these kids, but the parents were never around. And I guess that does happen, but I just didn't like the premise of it. So I just did not like that show that much. Same thing with Dog with a Blog. I actually did watch Dog with a Blog in full as well. I forgot about that one as well, but it was so forgettable that like I forgot it. So yeah, I also need to add Dog with a Blog. Okay, so obviously Dog with the Blog was so forgettable that I literally just remembered that I watched it. So it's going in trash flop toward the very end. 13 Reasons Why is still the worst show I've ever seen, but that one was pretty bad as well. That whole premise of the talking dog with the blog, and it was very stupid in my opinion. Jessie is gonna go in It Isn't Love, It Isn't Hate, It's Just Indifference at the very end, because I don't hate it that much to put it in trash flop. I did enjoy parts of it. I did enjoy episodes of it, but it's not something I would ever rewatch, or obviously I don't really rewatch Disney shows. I'm not like a Disney adult. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I know people who are and I love them, but that's not me. But Jessie was kind of like, it was okay. Like, I feel indifferent about it. That's why it's going there. And then Sharp Objects. That's actually a show that I forgot about that was really, really good. I can't believe I forgot that I watched that show. It was such a good show based on apparently a really good book. I've never read the book by Gillian Flynn, but the mini-series that was on HBO Max was so good. It had Amy Adams in it, and it was so good. Patricia Clarkson was also really good in that show. I forget the girl that played Emma. Eliza something. Scanlon? I'm looking it up. I was right. Eliza Scanlon. I was right. But yes, all 3 of them did phenomenal jobs. Chris Messina is also really good in that show. But yes, Sharp Objects is a phenomenal show. Highly recommend putting it in cinematic masterpiece. I'm gonna put it before Big Little Lies and after Only Murders in the Building. So that's where that's going. And the last show I could think of that I've seen in full was The Secret Life of the American Teenager.
Hey, Sean.
Hey.
Hey, haven't seen you around. Where have you been?
Where have I been?
Yeah. When'd you get an attitude?
I don't have an attitude.
Great. So maybe we can go out sometime?
I don't know. I'm kind of busy.
Doing what? Come on.
All right, call me.
You look like an idiot. You know that, right?
Good morning!
That show is ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. I mean, like, I watched a whole deep dive YouTube video about it, and I remembered how ridiculous that show is. So that one, I mean, like, at times it made me laugh because of how ridiculous it was. It was melodramatic at times, but it was not supposed to be funny, but it was like so dramatic that it was funny at times. It was like ironically funny. So it's just gonna go in It Isn't Love, It Isn't Hate, It's Just Indifference. It's gonna go in the middle between Glee and Sunny with a Chance. That's where it's gonna go. So those are all of the shows in full. I tried to look as similar as I could when I was like actually filming this video, but I'm almost finished with editing it, and I just wanted to add this real quick before I uploaded this video, but it's going up today. So the day that this is up is the day I'm recording this. So yes, let's get back to it. Those are all of the TV shows that I've ever watched. I've probably probably missed some that I just am forgetting, but if they're that forgettable that I can't remember them, then they clearly weren't very good. So next I want to do, just like briefly, I want to go over the shows that I have started and haven't finished, or that I'm planning on watching. They're either shows that I have started and haven't finished because I don't like them, or I just haven't finished them yet, or shows that I haven't watched yet but I want to. Okay, so Ugly Betty, I did start that, watched like half of the first season, never finished it, but I want to finish it. Sex and the City, only watched the first couple episodes so far. Definitely want to finish it, and then I want to watch the Carrie Diaries. I didn't want to watch the Carrie Diaries before Sex and the City. I started Sex and the City because my friend Juliana recommended it to me. Hey girl, if you're watching this. But I do really enjoy it so far. I just haven't really had time to watch it because I want to like actually pay attention. So I'm gonna watch that soon. But I have watched the first couple episodes and I will continue to watch it until it's done. Fleabag, I have not watched at all yet, but my dad keeps telling me to watch it because it's so good, and everyone keeps telling me to watch it. Like anyone who's seen it has told me to watch it. So I will definitely be watching Fleabag. Succession, my dad has told me to watch. Severance, my dad has told me to watch. And those two I haven't watched at all. Succession or Severance, I have not watched them yet. Bridgerton, I've seen a couple of episodes, but I don't think I'm ever gonna finish that. Breaking Bad, I did watch a good amount of it, but this is a hot take, I didn't love it. I've never seen Better Call Saul, but Breaking Bad, it's like one of Theo's favorite shows. He loves that show and he watched all of it, and we watched some of it together, and I was like, I don't like this. This is like, it's just not my thing. I don't know. I don't think it's bad at all, but it's just not something I enjoy personally. So Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul. The Sex Lives of College Girls, I did watch some of, but I have never finished. So I might potentially finish that. Who knows? But I did watch some of it. Dairy Girls, I have never seen any of, and I've been recommended to watch it, so I might watch it. I watched the first season, like when it first came out a while ago. Have not watched any more of the series after the first season, but I do want to watch it. Lost, have never seen any of. Definitely want to watch it though until the end. I've heard the ending is slightly controversial. I don't know really anything about the show other than it was created by J.J. Abrams. Love you, Gracie. But I've never seen Lost, and I would like to. The OC, never seen it, would like to. 100, never seen it, would like to. The Big Bang Theory, I've seen, my parents have had it on. So, oh, another one that's like, actually two. I can think of two that I've seen just solely based on my parents watching it. The Big Bang Theory, Mom, and Mike and Molly. Those three shows, my parents love those shows, and those shows are like shows that are on the most often in their house. So yeah, I've seen some of all of those shows just based on my parents watching them. Scream Queens, I watched the first season and no more of that. Don't remember it at all, other than the fact that Emma Roberts and Lea Michele are in it, and Ariana Grande. That's literally all I remember about it. Emily in Paris, I've seen a few episodes. I think it's terrible. Like, it's literally one of the most popular shows to hate watch because it's bad. Like, it's genuinely really bad. And American Horror Story, I have never seen it, but I would like to. Switched at Birth, never seen it, but I would like to. The Fosters, I've seen some of, but I don't think I'll ever finish it. So yeah, my camera battery needs to charge. I've been yapping for like an hour and a half at this point. So yeah, that is it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Share this video at my channel to those who think might be interested, and leave me comments down below. Comment other video suggestions in the comments, and make sure you guys have copies of both of my books, my memoir Battles on the Borderline, and my poetry book and erotic anthology of my psychology, and follow me on all my other social medias. Everything is linked down below. Alright, that's gonna be it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!